Hey guys, Toast here. Today we're going to review and discuss the Lewis gun, the starting weapon for the support class in Battlefield 1. We're going to discuss the stats of each of the different variants, attachments, the situation in which each will excel, and some tips when playing with this particular weapon. The Lewis gun comes in 3 different variants: low weight, optical, and suppressive. The 3 variants share quite a number of stats in common. All 3 variants have the same maximum damage of 21 and minimum damage of 15. A minimum damage of 15 is tied for the lowest of all LMGs with the Huo. They all have the same damage drop-off, featuring a maximum damage up to 20 meters and then dropping off to the minimum damage 15 meters further at 35. This means that they're all 5-shot body shot kills up to 20 meters, dropping off to 7 shots from 35 meters on. The rate of fire for all variants is 480 rounds per minute, solidifying it as one of the lowest rate of fire LMGs available to the support class. All are loaded with a single disc magazine, taking 3 seconds to reload with at least 1 or more bullets remaining, and a staggering 4.5 seconds to reload when fully empty. This is the single longest reload for both bullets remaining and fully empty of all of the LMGs. All variants have the same recoil pattern with 0.25 degrees up and 0.18 degrees to both the left and right. But here's where things start to differentiate. The low weight variant, as the name implies, makes the gun easier to handle. Because of this, it has the highest level of recoil reduction, making it the easiest of the variants to land follow-up shots. The low weight is the variant that's unlocked by default, with the optical and suppressive unlocked later down the line with 200 war bonds each. The optical variant is designed to be the more mid-range of the variants because it has the lowest spread while aiming down sights, making those mid-range and longer-range targets easier to hit consistently. The suppressive variant, as the name also suggests, is designed to suppress enemies at range. The defining characteristics of this weapon are the built-in scope, as well as the fact that it has the highest magazine capacity of all the variants. Where the low weight and optical can both hold 47 rounds, the suppressive can hold a massive 97 rounds before needing to reload, while having the same reload times as the other variants. Overall, the attachments available for the different variants are actually quite different. The low weight variant is the only one with iron sights, however the default iron sights can be a bit challenging to use. To counter that, there's a second sight available called the Aaa Sight, which presents varying sizes of circles leading down to the center. This is my preferred sight for the weapon and makes acquiring your target much easier. The variant has magnifications from 1x to 2x, and you also have the option of selecting your recoil's direction, centered, left, or right, whichever's going to help you have the most control over the weapon. The optical variant, similar to other optical variants in the game, provides you with an optical sight, giving you 2 circle reticles and 2 cross reticles. The magnification of this variant ranges from 1.25x up to 2.5x, and it also has the same recoil direction options. The suppressive variant has a built-in scope in which you can select 4 reticles: cross, beam, chevron, and post. This is the highest magnification of the variants, ranging from 2x up to 3.5x, and like the other 2, you can select the recoil direction. Each variant is really designed for a different range. The low weight is your best option for closer range engagements due to the iron sights, low magnification, and the fact that it has the most recoil reduction with sustained fire. The optical variant is perfect for mid-range engagements due to its higher magnification than the low weight, but not as high as the suppressive. Its sight makes it easier to acquire mid-range targets and stick with them, and its decreased spread means that more shots will land closer together at those mid-ranges. The suppressive variant is interesting as it doesn't necessarily excel at killing at long ranges, but it's designed to be used at them. The fact that you only have a high magnification scope means that you're supposed to use this weapon downrange. However, the fact that it doesn't have recoil or spread reduction means that the weapon is really designed, like the name suggests, to suppress the enemies to allow your teammates to take them out easier. That's why you also have more than double the magazine size, so you can keep on shooting and suppressing. Because of the low damage and low rate of fire, especially compared to the assault class weapons, you don't ever really want to find yourself in very close range situations with this particular weapon. If you can keep yourself at least 15 to 30 meters away from your targets, you're likely to find the most success. Anything closer than 15 meters is where you're going to easily get outgunned by assaults and potentially even some medics depending on the weapon. This weapon has a decently sized magazine at 47 for the low weight and optical variants, and 97 for the suppressive variant. That's a good thing because the amount of time it's going to take you to reload is pretty severe. Make sure that you aren't in any danger when you go to reload, because it's going to take a full 3 seconds with bullets remaining and a full 4.5 seconds when fully empty. That's plenty of time for any other class in the game to take you down, so be cautious. Because each variant plays pretty distinct roles, you want to pay attention to what variant you're selecting based on the engagements you're most likely to find yourself in. If you're playing on a map that has really long lines of sight, the suppressive variant is likely going to be your best option. If you're going to be in tighter corridors, the low weight is probably going to serve you best. This boils down to map knowledge, which comes with time, but the quicker you can identify which types of situations you're most likely to be in, the better with this particular weapon. Now, unfortunately, similar to the Che Regati for the medic class, the Lewis gun doesn't really do any specific thing better than any other weapon available. It isn't the highest damage, it isn't the highest capacity, and it isn't the highest rate of fire. It exists to give new players to that class a middle-of-the-road weapon that they can get used to before finding more specific traits that they prefer in other weapons. Because of this, I do recommend that once you're able to purchase some of the other weapons for the support class, that you go ahead and do so. Now, I want to know how you feel about using the Lewis gun. Do you like the weapon and feel that it's viable? Or do you feel, as I do, that other weapons might be better suited for the support class? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Toast, and I'll talk to you soon.